Everyone. I think I'm live now. Hi, Facebook. Sorry about that. I'm about 10 minutes behind what I thought I'd be going live on. Hi, Instagram, and hi, Facebook. I was supposed to be on it too, but sadly, I was having some tech issues in the house with this computer. So sorry about that, everyone. And hello. Hi again, Facebook, and hello, Instagram. It is Ayana, your health. Ooh, what is my title? Transformation Health Coach. You seem a little flustered from the tech issue. I'm thankful and I'm full of gratitude in general because, and that's what today's video is going to be all about. It's about how gratitude is saving me right now. Now, it's no secret that we are in a crazy time. And so, I know that one of the things that we talk about a lot, we pay a lot of lip service to gratitude and affirmations and mindset stuff, but sometimes we can actually forget about it a lot. It's hard to make those habits stick. And I'm actually, or sometimes we kind of underestimate. It feels again, just be thankful, be grateful for everything that you have. And it can feel like it's just not something that we really take as seriously anymore. How many of us actually spend time, right? And so what I thought I'd do is I wanted to share with you a video today about why this is so important, why, like how it's changed my life, how it's playing a huge role in my life right now, and pretty much how it saved my life. Since we are in November and this is a time typically to reflect on what we're grateful for. I know so many of us have been so lost in the election stuff that it's a wonder we've come up for air at all. If you forgot about Thanksgiving for half of the month, raise your hand. That was me. I forgot about that the holiday is even coming. And I definitely have issues with some of the myths that we've been told about Thanksgiving and all of that. But one of the things I do love about Thanksgiving, I don't like the oppression aspect of it. I don't like the injustice aspect of it. But what I do love is I love the togetherness. I love the ability to get together with people who matter to you. Oh, it looks like I lost Facebook. Let me see there. Here, you guys. Let me double check. Sorry, Instagram. Just a second here. I'm live on two cameras. Looks like Facebook is having a little issue right now. Okay, well, looks like it's still rolling. All right, well, let's see if this works. Hopefully this all works and it's not just audio. But basically, so I'll keep talking to Instagram and to Facebook. I can't see myself. I can't see the video on Facebook, so I don't know what's happening. But the timer is still going, so we're just gonna go with it. But regardless of some of the issues that we might have with the holiday of Thanksgiving, I love, love, love the opportunity to be around people who matter, who are important, who we love deeply, who make us feel happy and good, and eat food. I always love getting around people and eating food. So anything that gives me an excuse to do that is wonderful. Oh, and let's not forget about this whole gratitude thing. So because it is the month where people typically start to reflect on, what they might be grateful for, then I wanted to share some of my own experience about how it's been so transformational in my life. And also too, and then next week I wanted to show you guys exactly, some specific tools that I use that I'm going to offer to you guys for free. So so this is like a two-part video. So this Sunday it's going to be why it's so important and why it's so life-changing. And next Sunday, we're going to dive on into some specific tools that I use and that I give my clients too. Exciting. So, just in case you are not sure who I am, again, I am your transformation health coach, Ayana. And one of the things that I do is I help people who are feeling stuck with their healthy lifestyle. I help them transform their eating, help them transform the way that they look at exercise, and most importantly, the way that they look at themselves and their bodies. Because once you do that, the sky is really the limit. And that's usually the missing piece. And that's what helped me lose 50 pounds and keep it off, was going through that transformational process. And so I'm honored to support all of you guys with that as well too. All right. So if you need a free call just to see, where you might be getting stuck in your own health journey, I'd be honored to help you. And one other thing I want to add too is in January, I'm starting a group coaching program. Hello. Okay, we're getting official here. So it is a powerful opportunity for you to get with some friends and some powerful people in your network and for us to get healthy together in a community, because we go further when we work together. All right. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. There'll be some free gifts in it for you. All right. So moving right on into gratitude, one of the things that I always have to preface this conversation with, and sorry, I go back and forth between looking at Facebook and looking at Instagram, but I used to be more of a cynical person. And let me just say this, I wasn't always cynical. I went through a cynical period. Childhood, I think most of us are not that cynical, right? But then, I went through a cynical period as I started having more and more, difficult life experiences. I started having trouble with, getting my, dealing with some life trauma, some life issues. I started taking care of my mom at a young age. And, you guys have heard me talk about my mom a lot. And, I had the most amazing relationship with her before she passed away. But before that, it was rocky. And for a while, when she started getting sick, and I was in my early 20s and I had to abandon my dreams in New York and come home to help her, I felt a lot of resentment. And all of this happened at the same time that my best friend was murdered, and as I was going in and out of an abusive relationship. So needless to say, there was a lot going on. And one of the things that started to happen is, I don't know if, I think that my mindset had started to change before that in high school. I had a lot of insecurities, and so this kind of laid a foundation for me to deal with everything that was going on really poorly, to really struggle with the blows that I felt like I'd been dealt. I started to feel like life was out to get me. And that started to make me feel really helpless. I started to feel really angry and resentful and sad and just depressed. And there were times when I couldn't hold down a job because I was just too weepy. I was just, I couldn't even go to interviews or even think about it because I was just, either crying or yelling, and I felt stuck. And one of the things through therapy and through, reading self-help books that really helped me change and evolve my mindset was learning more about how my own mindset was affecting me in that way. And this was 2010. This was a year that I'll never forget. It was a difficult year when I started to go through these transformations, but powerful, powerful nonetheless. And what happened for me is when I started to realize, hey, sadness and grief and feeling angry are all normal, but you feeling stuck and helpless is not. Oh, uh-oh. I think my computer just did something while I'm recording this. Okay, I'm sorry. Having some issues. Okay. All right. I think we're back on Facebook. Good. We'll see how this video goes on Facebook. Instagram, you got the better the better end of this week. But I remember feeling, really helpless and alone, and like life was out to get me. And when I started to learn about how my own mindset was interfering with that, that was the epiphany that changed my life. Up until then, I did not think that I had any control over feeling better. I just thought that I was like, I was bound to go up and down with life's roller coasters as I felt them. And if you think about that, so many of us are living our lives that way, where we're feeling good or bad based on what's going on in our lives. And some of that is normal, but to stay there and to live there and to get stuck there is not. And, there's a powerful quote that says, pain is normal and that's a part of life, but suffering is optional. And suffering is all of that stuff that we add on to it. Telling ourselves there's no way out, we can do. Our lives are we're just gonna be stuck like this. There's nothing I can change or do. Give me a thumbs up if that is you with your health goals, right? Maybe you feel a way about your body or your eating habits or your exercise. And so that was also the same for me with those healthy habits too. And so what ended up happening is that when I finally realized that I had control over things and my therapist recommended gratitude and keeping track of gratitude, I had really, I had really bad views about what gratitude was. I thought that people who were running around, the world saying, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I have my life, da, 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 and it's awesome and wonderful. I thought those people had a lobotomy. To be quite honest, I was like, those people are looking at things through rose-colored glasses. They're not seeing the reality of the situation. And it's not a good, healthy way to live. Give me a thumbs up or raise your hand if you've ever felt like that. And so I really thought that there was something wrong with those people. And a lot of times, even that phrase, seeing things through rose-colored glasses, implies that there's something wrong, or something false about that vision. But then when I actually learned, and the more I started actually keeping a gratitude list myself and keeping track of everything I was thankful for, from the big things to the small things, and forcing myself to take notice of them, the more I started actually realizing how much happier I was. And there's a fabulous saying that says, okay, let me paraphrasing. It is not, you don't wait until you're happy to be thankful. It is thankful people who are happy. So, in other words, you don't wait for all of those things in life before you start doing gratitude. Gratitude is what makes you happy along the way. So, when I started even just writing down the small things, like, somebody, and this is before I had kids, but somebody held the door open for me that day, as I was walking into a store, a kind gesture, I got a nice hug from, yeah, I know this was pre-pandemic, but I got a nice hug from a student at school that I was teaching who I had a little bit of a troubled relationship with. Or, I started to, every time I started having a better interaction with my mom, I started writing that down with gratitude. With my kids, there's a lot of hard moments and exhausting moments for sure, but there's a lot of happy moments that happen. Every time one of them smiles at me, it makes me feel good. So just cataloging all the little things that happen each day. I'm grateful for this election. I mean, this is a big one. I'm grateful for how this election turned out for me personally. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a way of earning an income right now, even though it's not the ideal, but I have a way of earning an income during this crazy time. I'm grateful that, I was able to negotiate something with my daughters, with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, and that they're able to help us out with the kids a couple days a week in this whole crazy pandemic situation that we're having. I'm grateful that I'm able to, that I have internet connection. I'm grateful for power because we didn't have power some days. So just every small thing that you can think of. I'm grateful for the smile that person gave me, the hug, the high five, the whatever it is. But just taking stock of all those little things. Those are some things from my list. And your list might look a little different. But keeping track of those things every day will help you to feel better and will help remind you that there is hope, that you're not all alone, that you're not in this by yourself and you can do it. And it'll help give you the strength to keep moving. Okay? So with that said, I hope you guys, take a moment to kind of stop and smell the roses. And, if you get to go outside today and go for a little walk, find the gratitude in that. If you listen to a podcast or something that makes you happy and smile, or you're reading a book that's making you feel good, smile about that. I'm watching Girlfriends on Netflix and I'm smiling about that. That's something to help me keep smiling and laughing during these crazy times. So, what is it that you can be thankful for during these times right now? And next week, I'm going to show you if you have questions about how to do exactly this. Uh-oh. Oh God, this computer froze. Goodness. Okay. I think it froze for. So if you're not sure how to do this, I have a phenomenal resource that I'm going to offer you guys next week, and I'll show you how I go through this and keep track on my own. But just think about all of the different ways that you have more than you maybe think you do right now. Okay, it's a matter of life or death. It really is. All right. So with that said, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. You deserve it. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye. I think that was that Jerry Springer? Bye, everyone. Bye, Instagram. And bye, Facebook. See you later.